Hello and welcome to Kirby Super Star. I had to start in the middle of Dane and Jace talking because this fucking thing stays on the title screen for like 2.5 seconds.
We didn't even get a countdown.
I did do a countdown. You just talked over it.
I didn't hear.
Super speedy.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
Well, that's your own fault.
I could have been I could have been called with my pants down, even though this is an audio program.
I don't think that would have been a problem in an audio program.
I don't
have to see it.
Well, yeah,
I don't care. That'd be a problem for you and your parents if they walked by. I'm your host, Michael Riley. With me is Dane Forgione.
Okay, well, we learned that Mike doesn't want to see my sexy body. All right, that's cool.
And Jason Amherst.
It's okay. I would love to.
Oh, well, see, at least Jace cares. And to think, I've seen Mike's urns.
You have, yes.
In the shower.
Sure, let's get a guide real quick, even though I kind of get it.
This is a game for babies.
So Kirbo.
Oh my, Kirby! He's here to tell us about the. Oh,
he's a jolly.
Kirby looks very angry.
Kirbo is very angry in the United States. To be fair,
Kirbo.
I'm angry too that I'm in the United States.
That's fair.
Listen, Kirby's angry at the amount of atheists in the United States.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, Kirbo, rather, I apologize, is a good Christian soldier for the army of God. It's true. Look it up.
Yep. Defeating his enemies with the power of Christianity and this gun he found.
That's correct. Not in any particular order. What are these, Waddle Dees or Waddle Doos or?
Waddle Dees. Waddle Doos have a single eye. It's the Waddle Doos and Waddle Don'ts of Kirby. Oh.
Fred Flintstone says, "Run from the law, yabba dabba don't."
So Waddle Dees nuts.
No, thank you.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Kirby is a good, fun, wholesome. It's like Veggie Tales. Don't you bring nut sacks into this.
Whoops.
And Kirby will eat anything.
Hey, that tomato didn't give you health.
Yeah, I don't know why it's.
What do you?
I have accoutrements, but it says infinite health, even though it does that to it. Apparently, I don't know. That's weird.
That would
explain the demo screens.
Yeah,
being weird.
Kirby has a very insatiable appetite.
Oh yeah.
He's like Mr. Creosote from that Monty Python and the Meaning of Life.
Let me do it a different way.
Which is funny because like they referenced that, but for a Yoshi's Island commercial.
Warp Star.
One of the first commercials that I remember for a Kirby game. It was some guy was in a police station.
Poppy Brothers Jr., Poppy Brothers Senior.
And he was describing Kirby to a sketch artist. Caucasian? No, he was a big marshmallow.
Oh, it's funny because like on the Game Boy, he was originally
Okay, there
white.
we go. I picked a different. I turned off the infinite health one and turned on the invincibility one, so now I can gain health again.
I mean, I think invisibility.
I just didn't know if it was going to make me flash the entire time. That's the only thing. I didn't want it to be one of them annoying things like it makes me phase in and out of existence. Which, at 60 frames a second, is annoying enough, but if somebody was watching this in 30 frames a second, like if you were watching it on 480p or less, then it just looks like I'm not there.
It's crazy. You know, Kirby is one of those game series where even the enemies are like, "Aw, they're so adorable." Like, it's a shame that I have to kill them.
All right, there's nothing in there. Perfect. Go in the door.
All right, time for some deforestation.
Was this the tree
with
boss?
the Weeping Willow guy, huh?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Wispy Woods.
Oh,
I had the right power up.
Stream quality is taking a shit. Where's the Lorax to help that poor tree?
He doesn't speak for that tree.
Kirby ate him.
Yeah, he speaks for the trees, except that.
Except that particular tree. That particular tree he don't give a shit about.
That particular tree is an asshole.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about this this game is, of course, the fact that you can turn your power up into a computer-controlled helper at any moment.
Give me food. I always enjoy a little bit of the Kerbos. We weren't even sure we were going to originally do this game, but so there's some issues with my Switch controllers, and that's the only reason we're not doing a Switch game right now. I think I have to purchase some new controllers because my black one is not holding a charge, so it might be kind of old.
Might need a new battery.
Probably. And I have another one, an off-brand third-party controller, but it's I don't like using it as my. I don't like using it as my main. It's good. It's a fine controller. It'll get you through if you're playing like Mario Party or some shit. Oh, this is the invincibility. See, I wasn't sure if this would be, if it would be like this the entire time I had the invincibility cheat on, so I'm glad it's not.
I mean, that's some good music, but...
God damn that I kill his ass.
You were still invincible.
I know. Like, go get fucked, Seal. Sorry.
Ooh, I like the crash power up.
Taking a drink of soda. I actually just got off of work about half an hour ago. So this is me relaxing today.
Lolo and La La La.
Yeah. Totally not a rip-off of the Adventures of Lolo.
I mean, they made that game anyway, so...
This is true. Why didn't they just call these characters Lolo and Lala then? Because they did in that game.
Because they wanted it to be, like, I guess, in line with DDD, maybe?
Oh, I guess. Damn. Take a bomb to the face, asshole. Take a bomb to the asshole face.
Did you just fight Lolo and Bobo?
Lolo and Lala, yeah.
Oh, Lolo and La La La, yeah.
And to think they had their own game on the NES.
Yep.
Trilogy.
But apparently they were bad guys the whole time.
I didn't know it was a trilogy. I knew there was 2 games. I didn't know there was a 3. I knew there were 2 games.
I could have sworn there were 3.
I don't know. Somebody at home, get on that and let us know whenever this airs. Which actually, I believe this is New Year's.
There were 3 of them.
Oh, there were 3 of them. Shit, I died.
Yep.
By the way, Happy New Year, everybody! This is airing on January 1st. And because of that, this episode is our 2-year anniversary of the return of Backseat Gamer.
We started back up in New Year's 2023?
Yep. Well, right after New Year's.
Okay, I didn't know about this with the Lolo series. This actually, there's a lot more to it.
Really?
So The Adventures of Lolo was released in '89, and it's a compilation of puzzles from Eggerland Meikyu no Fukatsu and Eggerland Souzo He no Tabidachi. It is the 5th game in the Eggerland series, 3rd one to be released in Europe, but 1st one released in North America.
Well,
the game then received 2 direct sequels, the Japanese Adventures of Lolo, which is all new stages, and the American Adventures of Lolo 2, another collection of stages from earlier Japanese games. And then in '94, a game, Adventures of Lolo, was released on Game Boy in Europe and Japan. So they've released a lot of games in that franchise, weirdly enough.
That sounds about as convoluted as the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle series.
Well, apparently it's because the Lolo games started off as Eggerland on MSX computers.
I see.
In fairness, the Crazy Castle series is kind of strange, a very strange history. Because I think at one point the games they go from Bugs Bunny to Woody Woodpecker.
Okay, speaking of enemies that are adorable, look at that! Look at these sunflowers. You just murdered a sunflower with a big smile on its face.
Yep. That's how I do it.
There was a Windows game that came out in friggin' '96, Eggerland Episode 0: Quest of Lala.
Interesting.
Wow.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, with the last game ever being released in that franchise, Eggerland for Windows 95 in 2000.
It's funny, we haven't played a single DOS game at all since we've restarted this show.
Hey,
I don't know that I would
Mike,
count Doom or Quake.
Let's play the Mega Man game for DOS.
Let's not. I'd rather rip my Squirtle hairs out one by one. I don't want to have fucking eye strain after 2 hours of watching blue, pink, and cyan and crap colors. And
has anybody ever wanted to see Mega Man running really, really slowly
in EGA?
Well, we have a game for you
with no music.
I think that's what gets me the most is the lack of music.
And there's no fucking excuse because DOS games, a lot of them have really good music. Look at Doom, which we didn't play on the DOS, but it started as a DOS game, but it has really good music. Or
look at Jazz.
The Duke Nukem.
Look at
games.
Jazz Jackrabbit.
Yeah, Jazz Jackrabbit has some really good music too.
I think the best part is Mega Man DOS got a sequel, but it was titled Mega Man 3, The Robots Are Revolting.
You got that right. If they're in fucking 16 colors, they are.
They smell like eggs.
It was entirely developed by a single man who also ported Street Fighter to the Commodore 64.
For some reason, when you said single man, I imagined some guy who can't get any action sitting in his basement making Mega Man for DOS. And I imagine that's exactly the type of person that made that game. Because anybody who made Mega Man for the fucking DOS, they're not getting any pussy.
Let's see. Should I open my single guy refrigerator or make Mega Man DOS?
The answer is yes. I think we've already beaten Spring Breeze.
Oh,
Yep,
God.
that's it. Well, again, it's just a remake of the original Game Boy game, but with the copy ability.
Don't look now, but Kerbo is taking King DDD's castle. It's the Rapture. Look at this. This is...
By the way, Sakurai's first name was the very first one in the credits there.
Well, he was the creator of the franchise.
He is the father of Super Smash Brothers.
That's right.
So, although seeing Iwata's name in the credits does feel bittersweet.
Who is the mother then?
So where should we go second? Gourmet Race.
Gourmet Race is very short.
Let's do Gourmet Race. Grand Prix.
I think it's literally just what you think it is. You're racing King DD.
It's 3 courses, and you have to collect more food than DDD and reach the end before him, basically.
Okay, that sounds simple.
Most famous song in Kirby. Don't forget to double tap dash.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I was holding run. Haha, get fucked.
I grabbed the Maxim tomato. That was worth a lot more.
Shit. Fuck!
Why for you say fuck? You hit checkpoint.
Yeah, but the score was lower than DDD's, even though he hit the checkpoint first.
Fuck off, DD.
I see.
DD, get back into my laboratory. Damn it, he grabbed the fucking tomato again.
Not the tomato. Remember when Mike said, this should be simple? Yeah.
I never said that. It was fucking Jason that said that.
Jason? Don't be blaming Jasonathan.
DDD, you can kiss my ass. Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna get a Maximum tomato. You can lick my fucking pink turd hole. What?
Kerbo. Kerbo, calm down.
There we go. Suck my dick. You can suck my dick. Suck my dick. DDD.
I think, is Kirby asexual? I don't know.
Asexual what? That's what I'd like to know.
Kerbo is a good Christian boy and would never.
Uh-huh.
Without
Never,
putting a ring on her.
That's right.
Piss, piss, piss.
I don't have to go to the bathroom, though.
I gotta catch up with D.
Get the tomato!
I think it's hilarious that I remember getting an amiibo of him, and it had his name in multiple languages, and I think it was in French.
God damn it!
He is like Roy Dadido.
Roy Dadido.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yo, King Dadido.
Sounds pretty good. King Oofty Magoofty.
So we're gonna try that again, I guess. Yes, I know how it works. Thanks.
Pop, 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 pop.
Don't get mad at the game because you lost.
Get mad at the game because you lost, you stupid fuck. Don't get mad at the game because you lost. DDD, you're a penis hole. I'm gonna eat you whole. I still got more fruit than you. You can eat my food, right? I mean,
you can eat my fruit.
You can eat these nuts.
Dirty.
Again, I don't think Kirby has noticeable genitalia.
I don't care. Yeah.
I'm not asking if you care. I'm just telling you.
Curballs.
He's got 2 big curballs.
He's got 2 big pink Kirby balls.
Mike, you're getting a little too excited about Kirby genitalia.
No, I'm not. I still beat him because he's a stupid piece of shit.
And to think, Kirby was named after a lawyer who worked for Nintendo.
Really?
Yep, Jack Kirby.
Do you suck a dick?
I think it was Jack Kirby. I remember that Kirby was.
Were they trying to say that this lawyer ate a lot of things?
Well, it was the lawyer who helped them win the case against Universal Pictures when they went after him because Donkey Kong sounds too much like
Conky Dong.
King Kong.
You know, I was actually a while back. I was watching a documentary about Carol Spinney.
Oh yeah.
The guy that played Big Bird.
He was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, and Oscar the Grouch. And he was talking about how he developed the voice of Oscar the Grouch. So, Oh, you just won.
Now he won one race, but I think I've got him on this one. Yay!
You did it!
I did it!
Win! So, he in 1969, give or take, as Sesame Street was being developed, he got into a cab with Jim Henson, and the cab driver just turned and looked at him and went, "Where to, Mac?" And he sounded just like Oscar. And Carol Spinney was like, "I'm going to use that as a voice. Oscar. Leverage."
This is Dynablade next, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't this kind of the main-ish game of this whole smorgasbord?
I'd say the main game was Milky Way Wishes, because that was like the grand climax. You know, that's the one with like the storyline and lore implications.
All right, fair enough. But I thought Dynablade also had storyline implications too, because
it did, because it plays into the Meta Knight game.
Milky Way Wishes for Milky Way
not
bitches.
to spoil anything, but doesn't it turn out that the Dynablade bird isn't a bad guy? They're just protecting their babies.
Yeah, which, to be fair, technically, King DDD also isn't a bad guy. He's just very dumb and gets fooled or mind controlled very often. Like
That is true.
in Kirby's Adventure, he's trying to protect the Star Rod.
Right. I was going to say, you are right that most of the time DDD is just too stupid to realize what's going on, or he's being controlled in some way.
Also, best version of King DDD's theme has to be in Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh yeah, but how do you explain the Kirby animated series where DDD was like, "Someone get that Kirby! I'm Southern now."
Well, I mean, because the villain there, NME, was Nightmare Enterprises, so clearly he was scamming him the whole time.
Aha. Okay.
You know, capitalism is evil.
I am now
I guess you're
linked.
the Kirby guy now.
Even under a monarchy.
Oh no, it's Luke.
I am the Lynx. I mean, not the Atari Lynx.
You're
no.
the Atari Lynx.
I'm a shitty handheld. Oh no.
No. You're the Sega Nomad. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that was just a handheld Genesis, so.
So, oh no, you're the Turbo Express.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a handheld TurboGrafx?
Oh no, that's even worse. That's even fucking worse.
I have a soft spot for the TurboGrafx.
I'll admit, I like the TurboGrafx too. It was a cool, like, it got way more love in Japan, and as such, like, the games just, granted, you had to pair the right games up with the right system card. Once the add-ons started coming out, like the Turbo CD and all that, or, you know, PC Engine CD, whatever, you know, like, there were specific cards that, like, boosted the capabilities of the system for certain games. It got a little hard to keep track of after a while.
Right.
But, you know, at the same time, God, there were so many banger games on that system. And to think, it was just running on 2 NES chips. It wasn't a real 16-bit system.
Basically. That's kind of like how the Atari Jaguar worked. It wasn't true 64-bit. It was just running on 232-bit chips. And that's kind of why the TurboGrafx
Thanks for breaking the illusion.
That's kind of why the TurboGrafx didn't do as well. It's because it's the same reason the Jaguar didn't do as well. It's because the fucking developers didn't know how to handle it, and they were making games for 32-bit system. Very, very few games.
TurboGrafx also had a lot of mail order issues too. Like them, Neo Geo, and a few other consoles over the years, like, kind of got pigeonholed into obscurity because of that.
Right. Very few of the games on the Jaguar took full advantage of its capabilities, which is a shame, really, because, I mean, if it had been handled better, it probably would have done better than the 64, the N64. It had so much more potential.
I think the N64 was just the perfect of marketing and games.
Yep. Right place, right time situation. I feel like the N64 kind of...
these are Meta Knight's henchmen.
Yeah, I feel like the N64 kind of succeeded in spite of the Jaguar. Having a good time, having a good time.
Oh, so at the time of this recording, they announced the nominees for the Game Awards.
Oh shit! You don't happen to have the list handy, do you? Can we go through them and pick our faves?
Let's go through.
Obviously, this will be aired. They will have been aired by the time you see this because this airs January 1st. But
Yep, and the Game Awards are December 12th.
Hey, were we right? Find out.
So, let's start at the back of the pack.
Yeah.
With the categories we don't give two shits about. Best esports team.
The Alabama Penis Touchers. Is that a team?
We got Billy Gaming, League of Legends. Gen G, League of Legends. T1, League of Legends. Navi, Counter-Strike. And Team Liquid.
Hey,
Dota 2.
listen.
'Cause Navi.
My vote is for who gives a shit.
Right.
The hilarious thing is all three League of Legends teams are just all Asian guys.
So
Okay.
an Asian guy has a high probability of winning.
I guess if I had to pick one team, it would be the Blibbly Gaming.
Yeah, because they are sponsored by a streaming platform.
Sure.
I don't know.
I would imagine it not Twitch because you would have said Twitch if it was Twitch.
No, Billy, which is like big in Southeast Asia.
Oh, I see.
Best esports athlete. 33.
Okay.
Alec Sib. Chovy.
Trap Pew
Faker.
Sib. Trap Pew Sib.
And ZMJJKK.
Did these people have strokes when they were making their names?
Yes.
Well, one of them is Chinese, so I think that it's some sort of abbreviation
You can
for
still
something.
have
maybe.
you can have a stroke in Chinese.
Well, his name is Zhang Yongkang.
It's called a stroke.
Oh.
Oh.
Two of them are Korean.
The hell is that? What is E?
And one is just a guy from Newark, New Jersey.
Oh.
Best esports game. Counter-Strike 2.
Who's in my
Dota 2. League of Legends. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. And Valorant.
Mobile Legends Bang Bang?
That one gets my vote just for the silly name.
I mean, it's basically Dota or League of Legends, but for mobile devices. It's hugely popular in Asia.
Oh, so I'll probably get it.
You know what? Sure, whatever. Mobile Legends Bang my mom.
Okay.
I really hope your mom
Content
didn't just
Creator
walk
of the
by.
Year.
Mental Studios.
We have
Crit Hit J.
ACO, Ilo Yuan, Techo Gamers.
Did you have a stroke when you were saying that?
Typical
What?
Gamer, and Usada Pekora.
Excuse me? What category is this?
Content
Creator of the Year. They nominated 4 white dudes and a war criminal.
Who?
And a
Wait,
war
what?
criminal?
Yeah, Usada Pekora. She's the one that
I'm gonna need some time. I'm gonna be.
She's the one I hit the button. She goes, "Fucking monkey."
Oh.
Oh.
Why is she? How is she a
Okay,
war
sure,
criminal?
yeah.
There's a running joke because of something she did in a Minecraft stream like ages ago. So much so that they even gave her a costume for her VTuber that is her in prison garb.
I'm gonna do a write-in vote for Kongamusha.
Yeah, I second that.
I voted for Pekora because let's push that rabbit to the moon. Pun intended. Yeah, because in Japan they see a rabbit in the moon. Most
Sure.
anticipated game. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Ghost of Yotei. GTA 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
I feel like GTA 6 will probably be the winner on that.
Probably, even though
Yeah,
Metroid Prime 4 people have been
Absolutely,
highly waiting
yes.
for that game for 7 years.
I really hope
I'm gonna
Metroid
say
Prime
either
is
Metroid
good.
or either Metroid or GTA.
I really hope Metroid Prime 4 is good.
Best adaptation.
Okay.
So these are best media adaptations of video games.
Okay.
So Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft.
I'm gonna go with Knuckles.
I heard a lot about Fallout, so my prediction is Fallout, but my vote was for Knuckles.
Yeah. Can you actually vote on this
Like a
shit?
Dragon's okay. Yeah, you can vote. Although there are actual judges whose scores are weighted
Okay.
more than the fan vote because fan vote
My
can be
vote goes
highest.
for Knuckles the Enchilada.
Knuckles the enchilada.
Best multiplayer game: Call of Duty Black 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2.
Won't win in a million fucking years, but Mario Party Jamboree is my pick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that too.
I haven't even fucking played it, and I know it's
Prediction?
good.
Prediction is Helldivers 2, but
Probably.
I voted for Mario Party because I've played it. It was good.
I'm a slut for
Best
Mario Party.
Flash Racing, F1 24, EA Sports Football Club 25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, or WWE 2K24.
WWE 2K24. Did you think I was going to vote for anything else?
Yeah.
Clearly F124.
Yeah, it's like the sport I don't watch, sport I don't watch, sport I don't watch, sport I don't watch. Ooh, wrestling.
Which is not even a sport.
Right.
Best Sim/strategy game: Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, Unicorn Overlord.
I vote for Who Gives a Flying Fuck.
I mean, Unicorn Overlord is freaking phenomenal, and there's a demo. I highly suggest it, but that's just me.
Next category.
Best Family Game: Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime,
Rape play.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire.
Probably Zelda.
Excuse me.
Voted for Princess
any game that has
I
plucky.
feel it's a little bit more
Any.
kid-friendly.
All I'm gonna say is this: any game with Plucky Duck in it has my.
Plucky Squire was a highly anticipated indie game from Devolver, so I wouldn't be surprised if it takes home an award later on. Best Fighting Game: Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiversus, and Tekken 8.
Either Tekken 8 will get it, or Marvel vs. Capcom Classics will get it. And I'm leaning towards Marvel vs. Capcom solely on the point that there's games in that collection that haven't seen the light of day in decades.
True.
The one that everybody jizzed their pants over was MVC2.
MVC2, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, it would be an upset if Dragon Ball Sparking Zero wins.
I mean,
Because
it's a good fighting game. I've seen it. It's a good fighting game, no doubt.
It's the newest
But-
game in the Tenkaichi series.
But Tekken.
Yeah.
Also, Marvel vs. Capcom. It's hard to beat those two very much established franchises.
This is a tough one. One of these games, one of these games is not like the other.
Yeah, fighting game might be the most difficult one to pick.
This one, actually, this next category, Best RPG, is a tough one because one of these games is not like the other. One of these games is fucking DLC.
Is dead.
And in my opinion, should not be up for nomination.
Okay.
But we got Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantasio.
Is Metaphor the odd one out there?
No, it's Elden Ring because it's DLC.
Oh, that's interesting. But is it like an expansion? Because if it was like an expansion, I could see it why it's nominated.
Yeah, no, it's a brand new like expansion DLC.
Okay, so that's why it's nominated then. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that it's DLC. It's not a standalone game like these other four.
I mean, that would set a hell of a precedent. If that one wins, then expansion DLCs could, there's no stopping them in the future. You never have to make another game again. Just keep putting out expansions.
Best action/adventure.
Okay, probably Zelda.
Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Real travesty that studio got dismantled because it didn't sell well enough.
Right.
Because it's basically a Prince of Persia Metroidvania. Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Zelda.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about Astrobot.
It got 7 nominations.
Astrobot's pretty good too, yeah.
But with that in mind, I would be extremely shocked if Legend of Zelda didn't win for Best Action Adventure.
Yeah, I always go with the Zorl, though, because it's always a safe bet.
Best Action Game. Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Blop 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2.
I don't know. Just give it to, like, Warhammer or Call of Duty will probably win it.
I'm going to give it to the game that has my catchphrase in the title.
Hold on, Rick. There isn't a game called I Flashed a Flight Attendant.
Hi, let me tell you something. She wanted to see my penis.
She really wanted to see where the nature boy kept his nature boys. Woo!
Okay. Speaking of things we don't want to see and don't care about, best VR AR game.
Okay.
Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening.
You know, I'm gonna just say this
Batman
right
Arkham
here,
VR.
Now. I would love to play a Batman VR game.
Yeah, actually, Batman VR would probably be pretty solid. I wanted to play Doom. I wanted to play Doom VFR, but I didn't have a fucking Oculus. So
I want to say though, Metal Hellsinger, I'm curious because I didn't know there was a VR update for that. And Metal Hellsinger is basically rhythm game Doom.
Yes, I remember that. It's on my. I think it's in my wish list on Steam. Metal Hellsinger.
And actually, it supports mods too. On top of it all, so you can put whatever songs you want in the game. I guess, like if people have set tracks to them,
which is pretty fucking sick. Yeah, I've seen that game played. That is a badass fucking game.
Which one?
Metal Hellsinger.
Metal Hellsinger.
Like I said, it's in my wish list on Steam. It's a game that I really do want to play on the show at some point. That might be coming up sometime this year.
So here's a category nobody cares about: best mobile game.
Yeah, you're right. Super Mario Run.
AFK Journey, Balatro, I didn't realize it got a mobile release.
Oh, that's true.
Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero.
I don't know. Give it to Balatro, I guess. I've heard some good things about Balatro.
I love cilantro.
Cilantro, yeah. It's
Best
it's so
debut
good on
indie
salad.
game. Best debut indie game. Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire.
That'll be the one Balatro wins, I think.
Best independent game. Animal Well, Balatro,
Uh-huh.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50.
Never what?
I'm just going to say Balatro again. It's the only one I know
So,
out of all those.
UFO 50 is kind of cool because there's actually an underlying story to that game, but it's actually a reference. Like the whole idea was basically Action 52, but good.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm turning into Peter Griffin. Go on.
Yeah, and there's an underlying lore, like as you play through the games and stuff too, like behind the company that made it and this, that, and the other. It's pretty interesting. Best community support. It's outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. We got Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky.
I've heard
This is a tough category.
I've
because,
heard No Man's Sky is way, way better than it used to be.
Helldivers 2 has one of the most immersive social media presences because of the person who is the quote-unquote game master who updates and tweaks the game based off of the community missions that people are doing in the game. Whether or not they succeed depends on whether or not weapons get added to the game and other stuff. So I've heard a lot of good things about Helldivers. My prediction is going to be either Baldur's Gate or Final Fantasy, though, because like there's just a rabid fan following for Baldur's Gate, and Final Fantasy 14 is like the MMORPG. Best ongoing game. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2.
Binding of Isaac.
Final Fantasy 14, I'll go with.
Games for Impact.
By the way, I briefly considered playing Isaac at some point before this year was out.
For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Okay.
The games are Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kenzera Zao.
See, here's the thing. I know nothing about these games, so I don't know, quote unquote, what their impact is. So I really can't say for sure which one I think would win.
Oh, how about how about Neva? I heard that's a game with a lot of heart. Never, never run away.
Mike, who will you run to when it all goes down?
A man named Dane Forgione.
I heard he's a good guy.
Yeah, I heard he is a good guy too.
He's a goo guy. He likes goo. I feel like you have to have. I think you need a buddy to stand up those things. I don't know. Oh, the buddy won't stand still. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Great Cave Offensive is one of those where it's like, it's the longest of the 4 base games, but at the same time, like, if you're trying to go for like completion and getting all of the treasures, God, it can be so draining. But at the same time, all the little Nintendo Easter eggs are so cool.
Fuck.
Like Kirby can literally get the Morph Ball in the Triforce.
Haha.
Oh, ho, ho, yeah.
Innovation in accessibility. So these are games that have done things to make them more accessible to a wider audience. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age The Veilguard, Prince of Persia Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws.
Super Mario Blunderbuss.
Hey, Luigi, look at my brand new gun.
Wow, Mario, that's a pretty swell-looking gun.
It's got a really big opening on the end of it, like a... like you could shoot a cannon out of it.
Holy shit, boss.
It's Blunderbuss. What is this friggin' duck game?
Woo.
Jos goose stupid, jos goose paha.
Duck game.
Woo.
Quack. So best performance. So voiceover, acting, motion, and performance capture. We got Brianna White in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tell in Life is Strange Double Exposure, Umali Gonzalez in Star Wars Outlaws,
Say Umali?
Luke Roberts, Umberly.
Okay.
Luke Roberts, Silent Hill 2, and Melina Juergens, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
I'm going to go with Umberly Gonzalez because that's a very silly name.
Maybe Umberly thinks Dane is a silly name.
I think it's going to go to Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII.
Brianna White, doesn't she turn the letters on Wheel of Fortune?
Best audio and sound design: Astrobot, Blop 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
You know, Silent Hill games have been known for really eerie sound design.
Well, keep in mind, this is a remake of Silent Hill 2. Apparently, it wasn't that bad, but you know, it's still not the original game.
I'm gonna go with Astrobot.
Astrobot.
Kenny.
Best score and music: Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade.
I have a suspicion it's going to be Final Fantasy.
Probably. Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, even though Uematsu isn't doing the soundtracks himself anymore, he's now just occasionally contributing. So it's somebody rearranging his works.
Gotcha.
Best art direction: Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Neva.
Never run away.
I will say, Metaphor ReFantazio, it's the same team that normally works on the Persona franchise, so it is very artistically, like, flashy.
Mm-hmm.
The menus alone, like, damn. Best narrative for storytelling and narrative development in the game: Final Fantasy VII, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Best game direction: Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, DLC, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth probably will get that.
Now, last but not least.
Oh, go ahead. If it's the last one.
The game of the year.
All right.
The nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio.
You know, I'm looking at the quote-unquote most popular articles on Polygon. And it says Black Myth Wukong is one of the lowest rated Game of the Year nominees in Game Awards history.
Interesting.
That doesn't really
that doesn't bode too well for it. I'm gonna hope Astrobot wins Game of the Year, but I think it'll be Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's going to do it for this edition of Backseat Gamer. If you like what we do, please hit subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be notified of upcoming videos. For Dane Forgione and Jason Amherst, I'm Mike Riley saying see you next time on Retro Backseat Roulette Gamer.
astronaut.
Penny.